Welcome back, everybody, to Early Grow. My name is John, and it's fall time. And what does fall mean? Fall means a lot of leaves. To a lot of people, leaves are a nuisance. But to me, a home gardener, leaves are gold. And I will explain that to you right after this. Alright guys, making leaf mold in the fall is super easy. I actually find it fun. It's exercise. And I know I'm creating some really good compost, the most organic compost on the face of the planet for my garden beds come springtime and even wintertime. So there's two different ways you can do it. I've done it both ways. You can just simply pile your leaves, not shredding them, into a pile and just let them do their thing. That takes about 2.5, 3 years for it to break down. But what I've been doing lately for the past 3 or so years is I use my lawnmower there in the mulching setting, and I actually mulch the leaves down. And the reason why I do that is because, think of it this way, if you have solid matter like this and it all packs itself down on top of one another, just think of thousands and thousands. What you're creating is a mat, because there's a lot of surface area right here. Now, if you were to take these and just imagine this, and they were all broken down, now that's a lot of less surface area for the microbes and the worms and the fungi to go to work on it. It's a lot less surface area. Does that make any sense? It should make sense. So we don't want to, I don't want it matted down. That's why I choose now is to mulch down the leaves and then throw them in a pile. So let's do it. Alright guys, leaf mold, something I do every single year. Let's talk about leaf mold for a second. Leaf mold is a fungal dominated composting. It's not bacterial at all. There is no nitrogen whatsoever that I can help added to this process. Basically, it's just fungally dominated. It breaks down just like Mother Nature intends for it to break down. It's on its own. There is really no human help, and that's the way I like to do it, because there's no work that I have to put into it other than rake up the leaves, mulch them. I choose to. You don't have to mulch your leaves if you don't want to. It's just, if you don't mulch or break them down into smaller pieces, it's going to take you roughly about 3 years to come up with this, which this was my leaf mold from last year. And look at it, it's rich, it's beautiful. This is just like the forest floor. This right here is what Mother Nature itself feeds itself. There's no humans going into the forest and fertilizing the biggest plant on the face of the earth, which is a tree. Now, why is this so nutrient rich? Well, think about this. Trees are the biggest plant on the face of the planet, and they have these roots that go down 10, sometimes even 15 feet deep. Now, for our vegetables, their roots go down maybe 9, 10, 11 inches tops. There's only very certain nutrients that our vegetable plants are able to attract to themselves, which in the leaves, the roots of the trees are going so far deep and grabbing certain minerals that our vegetable plants are not capable of grabbing. So the trees grab all those nutrients so deep into the earth and they store it in their leaves. Now, the leaves will turn green. That's for photosynthesizing throughout the summertime. That's to absorb energy. Come fall time, you might ask, well, why do the leaves fall off? Well, the leaves fall off for two reasons. Reason number one is Mother Nature is taking all those nutrients and it's dropping it down to the ground to feed itself. It's exactly what it's doing. And the other reason is Mother Nature does not like too much competition, especially trees. So by putting their leaves down, what they're doing is they're creating a blanket so nothing really grows around them. Trees don't like competition. That's the second reason. But most importantly, this is 100% organic food created by Mother Nature and not humans. And if you have it available to you, why not use it? Here's one other thing I like to do as I'm piling this up. Is I like to add, believe it or not, I like to add twigs. You know, I find this, it helps speed up the process. And I like to add twigs to my pile. Just like that. I purposely add twigs. Now you might ask, why do I add twigs? Well, this goes back to what I was saying earlier about the leaves matting. Even though I chop them down, they still will mat. And to a certain extent, they will mat down. So the twigs, what they do is they leave air pockets in there so airflow gets through there and it doesn't allow everything to fully compact down. So that's the reason why. The dogs are going a little crazy. I apologize for that. So, and the other thing that you also need is you need an activator, because this right here is not activated yet. When I say an activator, I want to bring some life that's already has the microbes in it and put it on top, just a little activation going, which is what the forest floor does and brings it up. The dogs are going crazy. All right, guys, I'm going to try to quiet the dog. All right, guys, I'm back. I apologize for the dogs once again. Apparently, one of the neighbors was having a stroke or something, and hopefully that will be taken care of and she will be fine. But the dogs did sense something, and okay, so let's get back to the activator I was talking about. Like I said, the forest floor is already full of microbes and life in it. And that's what breaks, Mother Nature itself breaks it down. But since this is a pile and I want to break it up, you know, it's a high pile, it's going to be a high pile. I like to do an activator. And what do I use as an activator? Well, I simply use last year's leaf mold, which is full of life on itself already. And I just spread it. You know, I don't put much at all, you know, just a little bit to get some life in the middle of the pile. Underneath, Mother Nature's taking care of. But the middle and the top of the pile, I like to add a little activator, and you can use compost. If you have compost, and let's say you don't have leaf mold, you can definitely use compost. It's already full of minerals and life and fungi and all that stuff. So, and the other question you might ask, Some people water it. Do I water it? Yes, I let Mother Nature do the watering, just like Mother Nature would normally water itself. So I do not water. I've never felt the need to water or to add anything other than leaves in a pile, and a little activator, and the twigs, so they can be air channels in there in order for the microbes and life to breathe. They need to breathe. Guys, that's pretty much it on how I do leaf mold. You know, I'm very fortunate to have leaves. Some of you don't have leaves. I'm pretty sure if you really wanted to make it, you could find leaves somewhere and take them home. And if you don't have space like this to put them in a pile like I do, you can certainly put them in a trash bag, put some holes in the trash bag, set it in the corner somewhere where it's not going to be in your way, and in about 16 to 18 months, you will have the best organic fertilizer on the face of the planet. With that being said, guys, this is it. Thank you for coming by. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, support the channel to watch more videos like this. I do post about 3 to 4 videos a week, and I hope I have taught you something. And guys, you stay safe.